As agreed in our previous lecture, here we'll share with you our vision of how some fundamental business and data-related terms should be understood. We want to define these terms for you from the get-go of the course to ensure you'll have a clear understanding when we use them later on. That said, the first two terms may seem quite clear intuitively, but still, we need to make sure we've provided you with a proper definition explicitly. A business is an ongoing activity operating on a for-profit basis. To put it briefly, you can also say that a business is an organization that exists to make money. Therefore, in all the terms you just heard, the adjective business is there to indicate that the given discipline or field relates to the financial aspect of that activity, as opposed to the one driven by other goals. Not all data analysis is done to reduce costs or increase revenue. For example, a model optimizing traffic congestion in a city cannot be classified as a business model. The term data, on the other hand, means quite simply information gathered for reference. So businesses store as much data as possible to track their activities over time and make inferences that can help them perform better at the moment or in the future. Now that we clarified the meaning of the two terms, business and data, we can go a step further. We can distinguish between two types of data, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative data comes in the form of text and is descriptive in nature. It does not provide a precise specification, but approximates. In other words, it contains no numbers. Examples are customer feedback or a business case study that describes a particular event in company history. In contrast, the term quantitative data designates numeric data. To elaborate, this is quantifiable information that can be involved in statistical and mathematical computations. When we collect data about the number of units produced by our factory, this is certainly quantitative data. So that's how we define qualitative and quantitative data. Okay, good. Now, let's try to define two processes, analysis and analytics. Dictionaries define analysis as the separation of a whole into smaller, digestible components to be studied individually and examine how they relate to other parts. In a business context, this means breaking down available data into pieces, that is, into its making parts. This allows us to understand it a bit better and to focus on the most important drivers of change. It is also important to realize that any dataset you will work on will always contain past data. What we understand by past data is data about events that have already happened. Therefore, business analysis is the discipline that aims to study a firm's past performance. Right. As you've probably guessed, analytics is forward-looking. In other words, it deals with the future. How does that work? In short, while doing analytics, you take the components obtained through analysis and apply logical and computational reasoning. The idea is to explore patterns in your data that can help you predict future performance. Thus, analytics isn't backward-looking. It studies the future. I believe that now you can easily distinguish between business analysis and business analytics, as well as data analysis and data analytics. Correct? To complete the picture, we can't but at least mention two other disciplines that you have surely heard of. I am referring to business intelligence and data science. You may wonder, what is the relationship the two have with the disciplines we just introduced? Well, for one thing, you should take into consideration that all these fields have been around for a relatively short amount of time, and the primary reason for that is technological advancements. So, loosely speaking, business intelligence, or also BI, studies the past of a company. It is vast and comprises several activities, including business and data analysis. Probably what's most notable about BI is that together with the corresponding analytical methods, it takes full advantage of relational databases. Similarly, data science relies on certain characteristics of business and data analytics. To distinguish it from most other terms, we must mention that it often involves the implementation of machine learning algorithms for the creation of state-of-the-art predictive models. However, you don't always need machine learning tools to make solid forecasts. Sometimes, advanced statistical methods and regression analysis can do the job. But whichever tool you choose, you still have to ensure that your data has been properly prepared in advance. Please bear in mind that some people interpret data science differently. They use the term data science as one comprising all forms of data-related analysis and analytics. According to this point of view, as long as an activity has to do something with data, from business analysis to data analytics and machine learning, it falls under the data science umbrella. All right. By this point, I hope that the industry setting has become clearer. So, I suggest we stop worrying about the accuracy of these definitions and accept the fact that people often misuse terms, or just give them a different meaning. This will allow us to concentrate on the essence of the activities undertaken by the different job roles in the field. With this in mind, there are a couple of aspects you need to focus on to complete our introduction to the world of business and data. We'll present them in our next video. Thank you for watching.